himself. He believed he was God. He called himself Yahweh ben Yahweh. Of the nation of Yahweh he lectured about is not a God at all, but rather an idol. The God whom Edward Meredith Bibbins, the founder of One Westism, taught about on the streets is a God of his own design. The God whom Gino Yohana of UPK shouts about is not a God. The God whom Whitworth Matthews spoke about is not the God of the Tanakh. The God whom Ariase gave him visions did no such thing because that God is not even there to communicate with Arya. The God whom F.S. Cherry used to scream about in Philly is not a God. The God who told Jermaine Grant he was the God-sent comforter did not tell him that because there was not a God there to speak to him because that God doesn't exist. Hebrew Israelites have God wrong. God whom Nathaniel of IUIC talks about is not real. The God whom Ben Ami wrote about will never be. God whom Tahar of GMS makes videos about has never existed. The God whom
Brakatah Yahweh, Brakatah Yahweh Shai, Brakatah Yahweh, Brakatah Yahweh Shai. All praises and all honor and all glory unto Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai, Ba'asham, Rakah Kodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the occupant of four winds, preaching the truth of sincerity, risking your lives more now than ever, the hopeful elect. The elect, Shalom. To the Israelite foreigners whose phenotype may look like another nation, but bloodline goes back to Israel and have come back to the fold. Shalom. To you sisters, you Akwathium, who listen and learn under your husband, which is your spiritual leader, with meekness and with silence. This your brother Aram Yahawada with the lesson, and indeed we give praises to the Most High and His only his lovely begotten Son, which is Yahweh Shai, which is our Lord, our King, our Savior, and Big Brother. Yeah. So this is a reference to this video that I clipped just before this scriptures came on, and you could see where I'm headed, because what this is the mentality of these heathens, man, right? Because this heathen right here, Vocab Malone, he's a hireling. He got hired by the elite to do what he's doing, and even if he didn't, he's completely misled, right? Let's just say, for pretend, he's sincere, which he's not, because he's heard the true gospel from the apostles. He bowed down to the apostle, right? Being facetious, but in truth, in reality, is going to be manifest. Or you're going to bow down for real while being hit in the head with a scepter, man. That's what's going to happen, man. It ain't going to be no more jokes and games. See, the whole thing with this is, the Lord hasn't manifested itself completely yet. But when He do, these nations and all you people are going to feel the pain. So why do the heathen rage, man? So why are you talking about all these things and raging on about this is fake and this and that? Now, you could maybe say that about IUIC. You could say that about General Yohana and, some of the other characters, the God-sent comforter and all these other things. Their God don't exist. But the God that Apostle Tahar worships and believes in and leads us into all spiritual truths, we know that God is real, right? You know what I'm saying? Not because Apostle Tahar said it, because we've had our own personal experience, right? But like Paul said, follow me as I follow Yahweh Shai. And that's what we do. We follow Apostle Tahar as he followed Yahweh Shai. Not this minuscule, small thinking of this world, man. Because you guys don't know the gospel, man. So all you're doing is just raging, man. And the people imagine, so that's all it is, an imagination, man. You're imagining a vain thing, man, to speak against Apostle Tahar. See? And you just messed up by speaking Apostle Tahar's name, man. Right? The kings of the earth, right? Your bosses, the one who hired you, right? These Rothschilds, the Bilderbergs, the DuPonts, the Gettys, the Oppenheimers, right? The Rockefellers, the Clintons, right? All these people are vanity, man. They speak a vain talk, right? Because they're ruling the world, because they're the kings of the world. Because you could trade goods with the king of Moab. You could trade goods with the king of Saudi Arabia, right? With Ishmael. right? You think you're somebody, right? Because you're controlling this by your Rothschild central banks, but you're nobody. The kings of this world set themselves. You set yourself, man, in the and rule, and the rulers. Yeah, you set up yourself, then you set up the rulers. Take counsel. So now all you do is have your G summits, right? You have your secret meetings, right? On different cash and gold, and now you have your secret meetings of how you're gonna implement the world into this digital currency based on the global warming, right? This is your council together against Yahweh, right? And when you go against Yahweh, ultimately, what you know that you have to go against the people of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and against His anointed. Yeah, exactly, self-explained, and against His anointed ones, saying, "Let us burst their bands," and that's ultimately what vocab is set up to do. He's trying to be set up to burst the bands, man. So a lot of you that get disenchanted with IUIC or ISUPK or whatever, you was a 1993 Israelite, and now you go visit vocab, and then you're telling of things of Apostle Ramlib and all these other things, man. Like you're trying to get someone arrested, man. See, but it says that in the scriptures that they shall bring you to the judges, man. So that's what that cat was about, man. Bringing up some old stuff about Apostle Ramlib and things that happened. I mean, that's supposed to be our thing, man. Are you so unjust that you will go to the heathen, man? In fact, let me get that, because that's what this says. To burst their bands asunder and cast away the cords from us, man. Our strength, our God, knowing our nationality, the law, statutes, commandments, the understanding of the dark sayings, the proverbs, the bywords that you try to call us, that we know that who we are really the Israelites, man. Right? Right? Because all you do, you think you're God, right? He sitteth in the heavens, right? And was he sitteth in the heavens, he that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh. So the Most High is really laughing at you devils, man. Because you try to set yourself up as your God. You put your space stations. You creating your space force, right? You creating so-called UFOs and using it for human trafficking, right? But the Most High Himself, what? He that sitteth in heavens, plural. So there's more than one heaven. It's in the heavens. The Lord runs everything, man. In all the heavens, plural, shall laugh. The Lord shall have them in derision. And that's ultimately what a vocab you're in, man. You're in derision, man. Right. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 1. Dare any of you, right? You 1993 Israelites, you 2000 Israelites, you came into truth and went back into the world, right? Having a matter against another, right? You got a matter against Apostle Ramlab, right? You got a thing against any Israelite, man, any camp, anything, right? Go to the law before the unrighteous. So you will go and sit before vocab Malone on the World Wide Web, where the law enforcement can look at that and maybe try to bring up an investigation or something, right? See, the Lord got a judgment for you, man, right? And not before the saints. So you didn't want to go to the saints and say, look, man, I got this issue with this and this and that, da 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 da. But you already know what we're gonna say, and you, especially Apostle Hart, man. Where have you been, man? We've been on the highways and the byways. We've been doing these digital epistles, man. We ain't took our hand off the plow. Even if you losing a little bit of steam, you going this and that. You push yourself, man. And you pray and you hope the Lord don't cast you off, man. But you push as much as you can. There's 100-fold, 60-fold, and a 30-fold. Everybody ain't gonna be 100-fold. But you push, man. You don't get disenchanted, go back in the world, and then you want to bring this up to the devil, right? This is why this devil's coming up. Oh well, the God of these black, right? That's what he was doing, BHI. But he don't say black. He say he called us Israelites, right? But right on his thing, he's a liar. He's the devil. BHI on this thing. So it is what it is, man. We knew you was the devil. Yeah, so this is Malachi chapter 1, verse 14. But curse be the deceiver, right? And this goes to Esau, Edom. Then Esau, Edom set up these philosophies, these so-called Catholicisms, these Muslim, the wine of this world, right? Even the so-called American dream, the white picket fence, and all you have to do is work hard, and you could be successful. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps, right? Why every time you're successful, they burn down Black Wall Street, they burn down Rosewood, and numerous of other ones. Anytime you pick yourself up by your bootstrap, but then somehow you still believe in this 4th of July, like today, right? A 4th of Jews lying. The lie of the Rothschild, the Bilderbergs, the DuPonts, these Rothschild central banks, with they said that what the digital currency is going into effect today on the 4th, right? Then you got you got your so-called pastors, your TD snakes, your Creflo holla for your dollar, right? And then you got your regular, average, everyday, unlearned pastor who's teaching a congregation and have no clue. And you got your so-called Israelite camps leaders who took the bag or they're just misled, right? Which I doubt it. They just took the bag. They took the Judas purse. Which haveth in his flock a male and valeth a sacrifice unto the Most High, a corrupt thing, right? So basically, what you have the male. The male will be Yahweh Shai, right? But you will call him Jesus, or Yehoshua, or Yeshua, or whatever you want to call it. Those things are corrupt things, or Yeshaya, right? Or Allah. Those are corrupt things, man. This guy saying the God of Apostle Tahar don't exist. Well, the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, is going to show you, man. Shalak Rayim, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, Babakusha, to vocab Malone, man. Because may the Lord, show you what's up, man. That he's not to be mocked, man. So it says, for I am a great king. The Lord is a great king, man. The Most High is a great king, Yahweh, right? To his only begotten son, Yahweh Shai, is a great king. Saith Yahweh of hosts, which means armies. And my name is dreadful among the heathen. And so the Lord's going to make sure that the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai be dreadful amongst vocab Malone, amongst these Rothschilds, the Bilderbergs, the DuPonts, the Gettys, the Oppenheimers, these what are they? The Clintons, right? The Rockefellers, which basically are the Clintons. The Clintons are Rockefellers, right? So it's nothing. The Lord's going to be dreadful amongst these heathen. So why do the heathen rage, man? Yeah, so this is Psalms chapter 50, verse 16. But unto the wicked, the Most High saith, what have thus to do to declare my statutes, right? Which is the law, statutes, commandments of the Bible, which they don't even go into, which the Bible is also, the Lord said the spirit of Yahushai, or what they call Jesus, is the spirit of prophecy. They do not go into prophecy, right? Speaking of the God that Tahar speak to don't exist, right? But why do he go to prophecy, right? Why did he go to precept upon precept, according to the way the Bible actually says for you to do it, instead of coming up with your own vain imaginations, man, your own vain opinions, and then standing on it like it's the authority, man. The only authority is the Bible. So, but unto the wicked, the Lord's saying this, man, but unto the wicked, the Most High saith, what have thus to do to declare my statutes, or what, or that thus shouldst take my covenant in thy mouth, whether it's the first covenant, right? The Old Testament, what you want to say, and it's done away with, and all this other nonsense, or the new covenant, right? Which, either which way, it's not for you, right? The old and the new, or whatever you want to call it, but really it's just the covenants, man, right? One's waxing away, the other one's coming, so it's built upon a better promise, like the Lord said, right? Seeing thus hateth instructions, exactly. The Bible tells you to do precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little. You do not do that, right? And cast my words behind thee. And that's ultimately what vocab does. That's ultimately what all these so-called Christian churches, the Islam, Buddha, whatever these things are, because they want to take to the fact that Israel is one of the youngest nations to actually have a king, right? So they think, oh well, no, all these other people but the scriptures testify of those things, of those kings and of those empires. And the Lord is saying, yeah, I'm gonna allow this is how beautiful and the Lord, I'm gonna allow you to be a nation before my own people. I'm gonna allow you to rule and do all these other things. But guess what? At the end of all these things, right? Even once I let my people rule for a little while, you know, the 40 years that David ruled, and then the 40 years that Solomon ruled, which was a prelude to the kingdom of heaven, right? Because the kingdom of heaven is going to be even greater than that, right? Once we fail, what the Lord said, this time He's going to come back, and it's going to be an everlasting kingdom. See, but everybody wants a piece of that, but at the same, you don't want to come through the straight gate, which proves that you're not the people. You're the wicked, right? Seeing thus has hated instructions and cast my words behind it, and that's all you ever do, realistically. That's all you ever do. That's why we know you're not sincere. As thus sawest a thief, when thus sawest a thief, right? You sing Amalek, and you know that Amalek is a thief, right? He's portraying to be the people of the Bible, the people of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He's Abraham, Isaac, and Esau. He's pretending he's the thief. And you know the Amalek, those Jewish people over there in that land, still having beef, still having wars, when the scripture said there will be no more wars, no more beef, no more weapons. So you tell me why there's weapons. You tell me why there's people starving. You tell me why there's disease. And hey, they're talking about another pandemic. So you tell me why there's another pandemic, and they so-called fulfill prophecy by being in that land, when that's a farce, right? When thus saw it's a thief, right? Vocab Malone. When you saw the thief, then thus consented with him. Hey, and that's ultimately what you did, man. You consented with him. Oh, what? Oh, those are these black Hebrew Israelites out there. Oh, let me go out there and I'm gonna do what I could do to keep up the lie, man. try to keep us hindered, and has been a partaker with what adulteries, with those adulteries. Yeah, yeah, that's complete adultery, complete other philosophies that have nothing to do, that funky wine, man, that has nothing to do with Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. Yeah, you understand me? Yeah. Let's go to Psalms 15:19. Let's go. Thus gaveth thy mouth to evil, and that's ultimately what you're doing. Oh, black, and then you're just going off of black Hebrew Israelites, right? When we never said we were black, and that's a narrative to push a negative tone, as if there's a different type of Israelite. Even under the so-called Jewish, they would say that the Ethiopians aren't the Ethiopians black? So why ain't they called black Jews or black Israelites? See, you're pushing a narrative, man. Though even themselves call the Ethiopians Philosophian Jews, which means fake. You know what I mean? You know? So, yeah, what was that? Fugazi. You know what I'm saying? It's like another way of saying fugazi. It's fake. Right? Philosophian Jews. But they're black. Those are black people who no one has a problem saying that the Ethiopians are Jews, right? But why ain't they called black Hebrew Israelites? Or why ain't they called black Jewish? You know, the black Jewish versus the white Jewish versus the brown Jewish. Right? Hey, man. You people, hey, but thus giveth thy mouth to evil. And that's what all vocab ever does, man. You give your mouth to evil, man. And thy tongue frameth deceit. And that's all you're doing. You're framing deceit, especially coming against the apostle, man. Not to mention the other children of Israel. You know, these other camps, they off, but they're still Israelites, man. So a dog ain't going to move their tongue in this coming kingdom real soon when Yahweh Shai is manifest, man. Right? What is his name and what is his son's name, if thou can tell, man? You're going to know the power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. Yeah, there you go. Thus sittest and speaketh against thy brother Esau. Esau, you're speaking against us, man. You're the accuser of thy brethren. You're the accuser. There you go. Thus slanderest thy own mother's son. The Esau is the accuser. You slandereth your own mother's son, and when you accuse us, you slander us, man. You're the devil. The devil meaning accuser. Satan meaning adversary. You're the devil that accuses us, slander us, and you're Satan because you're our adversary, man. Yeah, Psalms 50 and 21. These things has thus done, right? You done all these things. You took the Israelites, you beat them, you made them speak another language, you made them call their names after their oppressor, right? Then later on down in history, what? You taught them gangbanging, you gave them drugs, you gave them all the things, so that therefore you could accuse them to the Father, man. See, Lord, is those your people? Look at them. Look how they strung out on drugs. Look how they got AIDS and this and that. How is those your people? But the Lord is raising up a remnant, man, which He's already said He was going to do. These things has thus done, and I kept silent. See, the Lord, all these things during during the Renaissance, when you're coming back out of the Caucasus Mountain, conquering, the Lord had nothing to say, because it was just to put us into subjection, man, for punishment. But you went overboard, right? Thus thoughtest that I was altogether such in one as thyself. See, that's why you went above. You went above all things that you should not done. Right? You went beyond. You thought you were one as the Lord, and thus thoughtest that I was altogether such in one as thyself. Right? But I will reprove thee. See, ultimately, the Lord is going to reprove you, Esau, Edom. This is a fake God. Well, you're going to see how fake he is, man. He's going to reprove thee and set them in order. Who? The Israelites. The elect. He's going to set us in order before thy eyes. Now consider this. So you're supposed to be considering that the Lord is going to set the Israelites in order right before your eyes. And isn't that happening? That's happening right now. Vocab. That's why you're slandering. Right? That's why you're slandering your own mother's son. Right? Because you're an Edomite. So you got to slander us. But the Lord said He's going to set them in order before thy eyes. So He's setting the elect in order right before your eyes. Now consider this. So consider it, man. Damn. Hey, but you're considering it. That's why you're coming against it. But you're not considering this part. Ye that forgot the Most High, and Esau been forgot the Most High. You've been cast the word behind your back. You know what I'm saying? Going all the way back to the garden, back when he slayed Abel, when Cain slayed Abel, you tossed the words behind when you gave a fruit salad, you gave salad and parsley or whatever it was, for a sacrifice. You've been tossed the word of the Lord behind your back, the instructions. Because that couldn't have been the first day that Cain did a sacrifice. You gotta think they lived hundreds and hundreds of years. I'm pretty sure his father taught him how to do just like Abraham taught Isaac how to do sacrifices. Right? Adam taught Abel and taught Cain how to make sacrifice. And then this is the time when they're grown men. So this ain't the first time he's ever did a sacrifice. He just thought, I'm going to toss all the instructions behind me and do my own sacrifice. Just like Esau. When he returned through the regeneration, coming back as Esau, Cain coming back as Esau, Kwayan, weapon. And that's what you're good at. That's why the Lord gave you your blessing is the weapon, man. Proving that the Lord doesn't change. Right? And you come back and you despise your blessing, man. Your father, Isaac, which by the way was Yahushai, whether you believe it or not, but said do not go after the Canaanite women. The first thing you do is you go marry Canaanite women. So you toss all the instructions behind your back. And you forgot about ye that forgot the Most High, lest I tear you into pieces. Hey, and that's ultimately what the Lord is finna do to you Edomites, man. And I can't wait till the judgment happen to you, all you false people who basically put the word of the Lord in their mouth, and basically you don't have no business putting the word of the Lord in your mouth. Right? The Lord's going to tear you into pieces. I will tear you in pieces. See, where's this loving God who loves everybody? Who don't worry because everything's okay. No, the Lord said, I will tear you into pieces, man. And there be none to deliver you. See? And ultimately, that's what's coming, Esau. That's what's coming, Vocab. There ain't going to be nobody to deliver you, man. Yeah, so this is Isaiah chapter 47, verse 6. And I was wroth with my people. So the Lord was angry with his people. Because we went off dealing with other philosophies. Dealing with the different wines, meats, milks. You know what I mean? Because the word is referred to as those things. But it's almost like when we were looking for nourishment from other places. We were looking for the wine, the milk. You know what I mean? These other things from other places. So the Lord was wroth with us. I have polluted my heritage, right? Because he allowed you to conquer us. But like it was saying in that other verse, you thought you were altogether one as the Lord, so you went beyond what you needed to do. And gave them into thy hand. See, the Lord did it, not you. See, but you thought you were one with the Lord because the Lord gave us into your hands. He allowed it to happen. And thus did it show them no mercy. See, when it's a gift, you should be merciful. You should be thankful. Okay, the Lord allowed me to rule over them. And, it was a gift. So I'm not going to be too crazy. Why? Because I got the Father who gave them to me could easily give me back over to them. Which, it's basically going to pretty much say, look, it says, and thus did show them no mercy, right? Which is the Israelites. And ultimately the Lord's going to raise up the elect. Ultimately, that's who he said he's going to set them in order right before you, which is the elect. It says, upon the ancient, right, the old men, the ones who had the knowledge, the ones who, especially the ones who knew who we were, you had to get rid of them. You had to either kill them off or ship them far, somewhere else, and let them die of old age. So that way it would take as long as it took. That's why the Lord set up the apostles for last, man. And that apostle is Apostle Tahar. So you're going way off base by saying the God that Tahar speaks about don't exist. You're insane. Has thus heavily laid thy yoke, right? Slavery, the bondage, the redlining, the drugs, the gangs, the stop and frisk, beat you down like Rodney King. Because that was just the only one time they got caught on camera. You think that was the only time they did? They were doing that way too freely. Right? So that wasn't the first time. And thus had said, I shall be a lady forever. See? And that's ultimately what you think. Man, we're going to be Lady Liberty forever. I'm such as one with the Most High. This ain't never going to stop. Right? So that thus did it not lay. Oh my, you look, the Lord said, hey, pay attention to this. The Lord said, lest I come and rip ye to pieces, man. Remember this. Think about this. Right? So that thus did it not lay these things to thy heart, right? Lob, your mind. You didn't lay it to your mind. You didn't think about, oh yeah, one day the Lord could do the exact same thing. If he did it to them, which are his people, his heritage, and you're not his heritage, what is he going to really actually do? Why would you not have shown mercy? Right? Silly wabbit, tricks are for kids. But this is the thing. You're gonna fall into your own demise, man. And you've been doing that, right? So you didn't lay it to heart to mind. Neither did thus remember the latter end of it, man. You didn't remember it. You didn't remember what happened to the Egyptians, what happened to the Babylonians, what happened to the Medo-Persian Empire, the Greek Empire, right? The Roman Empire, right, which had the deadly wound and was healed and returned, and you were the one that was returning. That's why you got the Treaty of Rome, because you're that one with the deadly wound that got healed and returned. So you know that. So where was the mercy? Where's the thinking about your latter end? Right? Yeah, so this is Isaiah chapter 13, verse 14, and it shall be as the chase roll, right? Matter of fact, let me go up one. It says, therefore I will shake the heavens and the earth. See, you didn't think about your latter end, so the Lord is going to shake the heavens and the earth. One, through the ICBM missiles, but there's earthquakes, but more than just that, you got the chariots going to be shoot laser beams upon the earth. It's going to be tumults, riots, race wars, riots, all sorts of calamities, things that you thought you're gonna be able to handle, right? But it shows you that you're not gonna be able to handle it, that you're gonna lose control. That's what the Terminator movie is about, because that so-called black woman, which is an Israelite, who the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai gave her the vision. He was showing her how you were going to create all these different things, and you were going to lose control over your AIs, right? Over your drones, right? So it says, therefore I will shake the heavens and the earth, and shall remove her place with the wrath of Yahweh of hosts, which means armies, and in that day of his fierce anger, right, the Most High, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, it says, and it shall be as the chase roe, right, which is talking about you Edomites, man, mostly, but most just sinners, just in general. But the main wicked is Esau. Even though there's Israelites that's wicked, the main wicked one is Esau. So Esau, you're the main one that's going to be as chase roe, and as a sheep that no man taketh up, right? Because that's why the Lord said, look, who's going to defend you? The Lord said, I'm going to rip you to shreds, and who should deliver you? And that's ultimately what the Lord's going to do. Right? It says, as a sheep that no man taketh up, they shall every man turn to his own people, right? Right? Because you like to have the whole what's it called? The melting pot idea, and then make everybody think, no, not Esau. He couldn't do nothing wrong. Not the so-called white man. With all the atrocities, and he's never had peace. All the time America's been existing, all the time any of these Edomites, most of the time you Edomites have been in war, in some type of conflict, in some type of way. Even when you come up with your so-called peace militaries like the UN, you're really going to war. You're really going to other places, raping and murdering people, man. Committing sodomy everywhere, right? And flee everyone to his own land. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through. Everybody's going to be found out here lacking, still believing it's an American dream, believing in Esau, Edom, believing in Jesus, right? Which I don't even like to say that word, but to get the point across, I'll go ahead and say it. You'll be thrust through. And everyone that is joined unto what Esau, Edom, unto vocab, unto all this digital micro hip, man. Right? Shall fall by the sword. And that's ultimately what's happening. And then this is ultimately for Esau, but what? You Israelites, you other nations, all of you gonna get it, but the main the intended target is Esau. This whole system that Esau built, that he thought I'm never gonna fall, I'm gonna be a lady forever, nothing's ever gonna happen to me, I'm all good, I'll destroy the Lord's people, I'll beat them, I'll kill them, I'll do this and that, I'll have no mercy on them, because the Lord is one like me. But no, the Lord said, no, you didn't take this to remembrance. You didn't take this to heart. You didn't think about it in your mind, your latter end. You didn't think about all that. That their children, right, your children, Esau, Edom, also shall be dashed into pieces before their eyes. their houses shall be spoiled, right? Their houses shall be spoiled, which means robbed, right? And their wives ravished, right? And that's, ain't that what you did to us? Did you not ravish our wives? Did the Lord say that in Deuteronomy 28 that your wives should be given to another, right? And now the curses are falling upon you, as the Lord said, as He promised. See, but where's that at, vocab? Where's that at? All you other so-called Christian pastors, where's that at, man? Where's the things that the people did to another set of people is going to fall back on them? And I ain't talking about putting candies and sprinkles and frosted icing over it like a cake to try to sweeten it all up and make it, well, I get, no. The Lord said you reap what you sow. Do not think the Lord is mocked. Right? But call all you Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakal Kodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the Akim in the four winds, preaching the truth for sincerity, risking your lives more now than ever. The hopeful elect, the elect. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners whose phenotype may look like another nation, but bloodline goes back to Israel through their father and have come back to the fold. Shalom to you sisters, you Akwathium, who listen and learn, and your husband, which is your spiritual leader, with meekness and with silence, and Abba Ball.